Yo! Yes, everybody, we are back with some more Jujutsu Kaisen. Didn't that feel so good to hear Kaisen content, ladies and gentlemen? And today I wanted to briefly talk about the upcoming adaptation of Jujutsu Kaisen for the Culling games and foreseeably for the future of Jujutsu Kaisen as well, because I strongly believe that Gojo vs. Sukuna will be a movie, and then we'll actually finish up the series for season 4 of Jujutsu Kaisen probably around 2029 to 2028. Now, the premiere of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 in 2023, a lot of people thought that the adaptation was absolutely fantastic, and I agree. I thought that that entire season was gas front to back. Even when people were panicking, freaking out about the one episode with Maki and them versus Dagon, people were like, oh my god, the animation fell through. Like, here's the thing, that whole animation department was on fire, but it still looked fantastic. Obviously, I hope that all the animators that worked on that are okay, and I hope that they all manage to recoup and work on projects so they get treated a little better. The Mappa Shred Shop be treating me right, but the actual employees themselves, not really. But moving forward with season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen, there are some things that I really hope that the anime does decide to do better and improve upon, and even in season 4. So for today's video, I kind of want to sit down and talk about that with you guys. Very curious to see what you guys think as well. What are some thoughts, concerns, and questions that you have regarding the adaptation of season 3 and season 4 of Jujutsu Kaisen? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious. Friendly reminder, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get down to the video. So for me personally, one of the big things that I hope the anime changes within season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen is the whole military subplot. I know that Gege originally was going to have Maki do some sort of infiltration and actually go within the military and figure out what was going on, you know, dressing up and kind of blending in. I think that would have been interesting to see. What if we got a little more for her character, a little more solo Maki time. I would have liked that. Kind of get in her head and see what she's thinking about the situation entirely. Because we have that really cool panel of Kenjaku talking to all these world leaders, and then he has the elephant deity or whatever that is outside, and it's like making the soldiers levitate. And I like that. It's cool, but ultimately it felt like it was going nowhere. We have this idea that all these world powers see Japan as this monopoly of cursed energy and sorcerer techniques and all this kind of stuff, and they see dollar signs. They're like, oh wait, we can make some shake with this. Hold on, like all these opportunities we got at our disposal, these people are dynamos walking. Like, this is crazy. Like, yeah, they're walking weapons, but they could be our weapons. I want to see some more of that. I hope that Gege does a Kubo approach and he kind of switches some stuff up, because I feel like this was just left on the cutting room floor. You have that fantastic image of the soldiers getting torn apart by the curses in Japan. You have the one soldier looking down at the stairs and he sees that just absolutely terrifying curse looking at him. But I'd like to see more of the military subplot. Second thing is, I hope that we get to see some more of Yuki, man. A lot of people, and this is not a hot take by any means, but a lot of people feel like that Yuki was a bit underdone, and when she actually died facing Kenjaku, people were like, damn, that's it for her character? She had been seeded so many times, and then it's like, we see her at the beginning of season 1, we see her in the midst of season 2 multiple times, and then season 3, we're kind of like, okay, we get some more time with Yuki, we get to see what she is about and all this, and then it actually happens. We're like, damn, she just died like that? Come on. Obviously, they're going to improve all of the fights. Obviously, the fights are going to be fantastic. They're going to be not dragged out. They're going to be extended a bit. I'm not worried about that animation-wise, but I'm more worried about these character interactions and all that. I want to see some more of Yuki. I want to see some more of her interactions with Choso and things like that. We might get Jujutsu Sampo back. Obviously, it wasn't going to be in Shibuya because of how dark that arc was, but maybe some more Jujutsu Sampo. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. You know, actually, that makes a perfect sense for it to reintroduce itself, because we have Takaba coming into the party now, so I can see them doing some gags with him as well. But I want to see more Yuki. I would want to see more of her interactions with Choso and why she got so close to Choso in particular. But one of my biggest things is Yuji. In season 3, Yuji is not really there a whole lot in the Culling games. He has this fight with Higuruma and he fights the military guys off screen, which I hope that they show that on screen. That did feel like a wasted opportunity to me. Just kind of see, like, you know, how like our, you know, modern American soldiers compared to these Jujutsu sorcerers, like just how outclassed they are, even for like a teenager like Yuji. But Yuji is not there a whole lot in the Culling games. He's there to help recruit Hikari. He has his character moment that everybody loves with Higuruma, where he confesses to killing everybody in Shibuya, even though we know he wasn't at fault. He thinks it's because of his own weakness that it obviously was his. But I hope they do some more stuff. Maybe they might create some more Culling game original characters or something. I don't know. Itadori's lack of presence within the Culling games really hurt the series at this point for me, man, because I love him as a character. I love seeing him on screen. I was really cheering up and down when he jumped down with Higuruma to come jump Sukuna. I was loving it. I mean, y'all were there with the chapter reactions with me. Y'all know what was going on. Y'all know I love my boy Yuji. That's my son. Yes, loving his presence in the story. So I hope they do some more with him. I do. Now, where the story will end off, I think we got a big teaser as to where the story's going to end off in season 3, or where the season's going to end rather, because if you look on that poster, Itadori is looking at his hand and it's red, and it's the exact same hand where Sukuna ripped his pinky off. So obviously, I think that's going to happen. That fight's probably going to be extended as well. That's going to be crazy. I would be hyped for it. Kashimo versus Akari, they got a lot of expectations to meet there, man, because people were not feeling that fight at first when people were reading it weekly, but then just, as those TikTok edits came out with like the funk or whatever for Akari's theme, quote unquote, people, were like, oh my god, Akari's my favorite character. Oh! I don't know. One thing that I do hope that they incorporate into the season 3 of the anime is I hope that they keep the rougher style for the Zenin Clan massacre, because obviously Gege was sick at that time. He had to go on break for, I believe, about 3 or 2 months, and he's still trying to get a chapter out, ended up looking very rough and it was incomplete, but I actually think it kind of works. It gives this almost very unhinged look to the chapter. It's still up on Viz's website, but then the physical copies of JJK, it was fixed fully. But I hope they kind of keep that. That might be a little weird though, because it might remind Gege of a bad time in his life, or it could remind him of how he got out of it and came out stronger than the other side. I don't know Gege Akutami, so I couldn't tell you how he thinks on that subject, but that'd be pretty cool. Now, I talked about how I think that Sukuna versus Gojo should be a movie, and Mappa, you are so dumb if you don't do this. Dude, realize how much money that would make? Oh my god! You made Volume 0 movie. Cool. Like, Culling Games, you can't make a movie. Shibuya, we can't. Shibuya's too long. We couldn't make a movie. Shibuya was like 10 to 15 chapters less. We could have made that a movie possibly, but too long, right? But Gojo versus Sukuna, bro, that's begging to be made a movie. You got the Bomb Girl arc of Chainsaw Man. That's gonna be a movie. People gonna be hype excited. I'm not, because like I said, next to Chainsaw Man fans, and I'd rather eat glass personally. But come on, dog. That's a money printer. That's a layup. First anime movie to ever cross $1 billion. That's not Studio Ghibli. I'm telling you. Now this whole Heian era flashback debacle. You know what I realistically could see them doing? I could see them doing some like stuff at the end of season 4 to kind of help wrap up Sukuna's story, of getting us like screenshots of his life, maybe some like panels being drawn, or small flashbacks of his life, his very birth, things like that. Maybe like 5-10 seconds of different things revolving the Heian era regarding Sukuna. Dude, I swear to God, if they do not explain to us the Sun Moon clans or whatever that Sukuna fought when Kashimo was glazing him, I'm going to freak out. Like, who are these niggas, bro? Who are you people? If some smart ass comes and tells me, oh, you already got your Heian era flashback, well, that's what your Rosie was there for. Your mama, you bitch ass nigga, your mama. But I can definitely see Mappa doing something like that. Now, one thing that I really hope they do is I hope that they fix Kenjaku's death. So we had a whole, basically anime-only sequence of Choso fighting Kenjaku. I'm hoping that they extend out his fight with Yuta, because they just felt very odd to me how Kenjaku died. Now, obviously, we know that like Takaba has him like imprisoned or something like that, or in like a permanent loop with him, or somebody that looks like Kenjaku. I don't know, but I definitely feel like that Kenjaku got done very dirty. I think he got done very dirty, especially with how important he was throughout this entire story. Just for him to have a gag fight, which is funny, it's cool, whatever, but then just to get ambushed by Yuta in one stroke. Oh, come on, man. No, I'm not a fan of that. No, I'm not feel that, Gege. I'm not feel that. No. Now, what they're gonna do with the ending? Who knows? Because at this point, Gege will be most likely working on his next series at that point. But obviously, he's gonna be involved with the production of it. We all know. So what he's gonna add, I have no idea. Kubo is doing a fantastic job of adding on to the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. I still don't like that arc a whole lot. I don't care what y'all tell me. That arc is still very still looks great and all that, but I don't. Hey, just me personally. But I think Kubo has done a lot to kind of improve upon the foundation of it, especially with stuff with maybe Hiki-sama, as well as Squad Zero and yeah. You already know what I'm gonna say. But as far as what Mappa or Gege himself could add, I have no idea. The merger's not happening. The merger is still not happening. It's not. Give it up. Unless they do like an alternate universe, like AU Jujutsu Kaisen, it's not happening. The merger for Jujutsu Kaisen was like Cell saying, "I'm gonna blow up the solar system" when I launched this Kamehameha, and it was like, oh, we gotta stop it. We literally cannot let it happen, or else we'll all die. So no, the merger's not happening. Because if that happens, everybody's dead. And there's nothing they can do to fix it. But yeah, those are just some of my comments and concerns regarding the upcoming adaptation of Jujutsu Kaisen. As far as that goes as well, one thing I definitely do want is I want more downtime with Gojo when he gets unsealed. It definitely feel like it was too quick. Now, I say this though, we get to get a lot of flashbacks with Gojo talking to his students throughout Shinjuku, but I would like a little more downtime beforehand. I want to see his thoughts on Nanami's death. I want to see his reaction to Nobara's supposed death and her resurrection. Now, her death, I mean, obviously she came back to life, like she was just in a coma. But I want to see his thoughts on that. I want to see the thoughts that Gojo has with all this stuff that happened because he wasn't there, because he failed in Shibuya. I want to see what he thinks. I do. I want to see how he has evolved from being a teenager and now he's a capable sorcerer, one of the strongest to ever live, and how he handles that information now. But we all know Sendai Colony's gonna go crazy. Hikaru versus Kashimo's gonna go crazy. Kenjaku versus Yuki gonna go crazy with the animation. Sukuna versus Yuji round 1, when he freshly possesses Yuji, gonna go crazy. So I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do, man. I'm very curious to see what Mappa cooks up for this upcoming animation. But yep, it's me, boy Daffy, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Please let me know what you guys think about the upcoming adaptation of Jujutsu Kaisen, the Culling games, as well as season 4, and hopefully the Gojo vs Sukuna movie. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious. Anyway, it's me, boy Daffy. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and have a damn good one. Peace.